So after driving the Cybertruck for 7 days, a whole week, 1,300 miles, I'm back in the Model Y, and don't get me wrong, I love the Cybertruck, but the Model Y has a few advantages that I currently like better right now. Number one is the profileness. When you drive this around, you get a lot of attention. It's just high profile. That's number one. Number two is the size. I mean, it's not a huge vehicle, but if you look to the side right here, you can see it's quite the length, and it does take up a larger parking space. So if you are in a tight area where you are looking for a parking spot and you can't find a good sized parking spot, it makes it a little bit of a hassle to drive around. Or if you are in a supermarket, you're trying to maneuver around, it's just a little bit more difficult. The steer-by-wire and the all-wheel steer does help a lot, but it's still a big vehicle and you can't deny that fact. So the other thing is the full self-driving. So believe it or not, currently right now, the Foundation Series Cybertruck, although it includes the full self-driving package, it doesn't enable that feature right now. So if you look online, Elon has actually personally responded to this, and currently full self-driving and even basic autopilot is not enabled on the Foundation Series Cybertruck. And the reason why is that there's so many more things that is on Elon's priority list. It will be a feature soon, but right now, because of the fact that there's probably less than 1,000 Cybertrucks in the wild on the road right now, it's not Elon's highest priority. So the good news is, by the time that you guys get your hands on a Cybertruck, autopilot should be good to go. So during that road trip from Austin to California, that 27-hour drive, 1,300 miles, without the autopilot, I did feel a big step back in terms of technology, obviously, right? Because we're so used to the full self-driving and the autopilot, making the drive extremely relaxing. But I got the chance to physically drive and manage the Cybertruck because I didn't rely on autopilot. And to be honest, that actually pushed me to experience the Cybertruck for what it really is, and really understood the technology that the steer-by-wire offers and the four-wheel steer. Mainly the steer-by-wire, when you're driving on those long interstate drives, it makes it easy to consistently drive without any fatigue. What I mean by that is, on a normal car without the steer-by-wire, you are kind of fidgeting with the wheel a lot. On this Cybertruck, on those long stretch of roads, it's not as fatiguing when you have that steer-by-wire. It actually lowers the sensitivity when you're driving at high speed. The opposite is true when you're in small parking lots. The steer-by-wire makes it easy to do like a full turn with just turning the steering wheel just that much. But on the freeway, you can move it around like that and it won't be twitchy. So it's perfectly calibrated, and that's what makes it easy to drive on a long distance. And also when the roads start to turn a little bit, it's nice because you can just turn a little bit and you'll have a really nice control as it turns on the road. And that's something that I really enjoy, and I realized that when I was driving other vehicles, that was a little bit difficult to accomplish. And usually with a normal vehicle, you would have to turn the wheel quite a bit more to get that turn to corner around those a little bit of windy roads. But with the Cybertruck, it's easy because you just turn a little bit and you're good. You're very good. It inspires confidence when you're driving, and it's very relaxing to drive because it's not fatiguing to fight the steering wheel. And not to mention the fact that it is a heavy vehicle, running at around 7,000 pounds. It allows me to feel like one of the trucks, one of the big boys, right? When you're in a small vehicle and you're driving on those roads, you will feel the wind pushing you and you're kind of like moving with the wind. But with the Cybertruck and the weight that it has, it keeps you going and powers through the wind like nothing, right? It's a truck, so you don't feel that wind, that shakiness that you normally do when you're in a smaller vehicle, like even in my Model Y. Don't get me wrong, I love all the technology, but again, currently right now, the 3 reasons why I like the Tesla Model Y more is because it just makes it easier to get around in the city, smaller size, less profile, and I have my full self-driving. So let me know, what do you guys think about the Cybertruck versus the Model Y? And this one right now has the hubcaps off. So when you take off the hubcaps, you do see the 20-inch wheels with the 35-inch tires. They look massive, and surprisingly, they ride really smooth for the size that they are. I'm quite impressed with how Tesla designed the whole thing, and not to mention that they look great. Whether you have the hubcap on or off, it's one of the things that I feel really completes the truck, right? It gives it that awesome futuristic look altogether. Now, I would have to say, I think I like the hubcaps on. It gives it a little bit more futuristic look than with the hubcap off, but this is definitely a rough all-terrain vehicle, and I think Ryan Shaw said it the best. He says this vehicle is all of Tesla's technology rolled into one. It is definitely the future. If you guys haven't watched Ryan's review video of the Cybertruck, you guys gotta check it out. I'll put the link in the description down below. And I love the way that he opens his video. He doesn't go all about saying how amazing the Cybertruck is, because he doesn't want to scare people or push them away thinking that he's all about Tesla, right? It is, in fact, an amazing vehicle. But if you start off by saying this is an amazing vehicle, it kind of makes people get turned off, right? It's like, wait, you haven't told me much about the vehicle, but you already shared your opinion saying how great the vehicle is. So the way Ryan explains it, I absolutely love. He says it's like a coffee, an espresso, a really good espresso. And the Cybertruck is like the best espresso with all the flavors and perfectly prepared, and it's really good. It's fantastic. But to a normal person that doesn't really drink coffee, they'll drink it and they'll be like, oh, it's just coffee, right? So to really make a video that Ryan did explaining a Cybertruck and breaking down the elements of what makes the Cybertruck really the future in terms of technology, all combined to one unit, and using the coffee analogy, really good job. And guys, let me know what you think about the Cybertruck. Do you think there's gonna be a lot of these in the future? Do you think there's gonna be a lot at your grocery supermarket? How do you feel when you see a Cybertruck? Let me know in the comments below. All right guys, I'll catch you guys next time.